He said he said he gonna let me live.
He gonna let you live?
Yeah, he gonna let me live today. So
Oh, okay, okay, I got you.
it's all about peace today. I like that.
Peace and understanding.
I ain't got no socks on. I'm feeling really free.
Okay.
What you been up to?
Baby. Since the last time I was on here, I had a whole baby and stuff.
Oh, for real?
Sheesh.
That's what's up.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, a beautiful thing. You named the baby after me, right?
I named her Isis.
Oh, okay. Close enough.
Yeah, okay, so it's close.
Why you name her that? She the bomb?
Of course she's the bomb. I'm a born goddess. Yeah.
He don't know about Queen Mother Isis.
I don't believe so neither. So he's still into the whole religion thing.
Everybody has a religion. Why not? Everybody has a religion. Even the
He's
atheists who think they don't.
he's coming around to the dark side.
Yeah, he on his way on.
The dark side. Only if I stand in the sun too long.
So you feel like everybody has a religion?
Yeah, religion just mean your what you believe spiritually and stuff like that.
I can
Just
understand
what
that.
you yeah, it just mean what your beliefs and practices are.
I totally can understand that. 'Cause, baby, people will put some stuff on you, try to convince you with other things.
I gotta grab my charger right quick.
Here.
I mean, so your actual beliefs was what?
You said what?
Like, what is your actual beliefs? You believe what happens like when we die?
I believe that your spirit evolves into the next phase of life. Like whatever realm, whatever plane, like just depending on whatever you learn in this lifetime, whatever lessons you learn, whatever your choices are, it affects your afterlife. So, like for one, I don't believe we die, but we just shed the flesh, and I do
So,
believe reincarnation. So,
so if that's true, then why even be a good person if I'll never die anyway?
nobody ever said I don't tell anybody to be anything besides themselves. Everybody's
No, I
not here
mean,
to be a good person, and some people are here to evolve on the other side. Like you can evolve either way.
no, I'm saying as far as like, what's the point of there even being something? How can there be a such thing as good and evil if everybody just always going to exist anyway?
I don't really necessarily believe in good and evil, good and bad. I more believe more in like choices. Like I don't believe in good or bad because you can choose to do something that people would consider bad, but for a good reason.
Then what's
So
the point of life?
the point of life is to learn lessons, to learn.
But
It's for
why?
this
I'm
life,
not like,
learn.
why do I need to learn a lesson if there's no good and evil in it, and I'm gonna always exist anyway?
You need to
What
learn
do?
because you need to get knowledge yourself because you are good and evil. If that's the case, we're everything. You're everything. You're not just good and you're not just bad. You're not just nothing. It's all about balance. So you're
Yeah,
going to
but
tap into all of that. Like,
what I'm
so
saying, like, what's the reasoning though? What do I need to balance anything out? Like, I'm gonna always exist. There's no consequences.
nobody ever said there's no consequences. Either you could, I mean, you could stay just a regular person if you wanted to. Like, you can just be regular, act as if you don't have to evolve, or you don't have to learn lessons. Like, everybody knows right from wrong. Let me say that. You know right from wrong. You know what you're doing. So if
No,
you know
what's
right
right and
from
what's
wrong,
wrong?
that's all about you. We're gonna go through this again. One thing about me is I'm gonna always tell you it's all about you. This is just all a big old movie theater, a big old playground for you. It's all
Oh,
about
so
you.
we all our own main characters.
Yes.
So if that's true, then so there's nothing wrong with being selfish. We are supposed to be selfish, is what you're saying.
Yeah. To a certain extent, yeah. Everything is about balance. Yes, you should be selfish, and yes, you should be selfless. Because
Why be selfless?
when it comes to your children, you're gonna be selfless. You're gonna provide for them in ways you wouldn't do for anyone else.
But you got plenty of people who don't. They only worry about themselves. Is it wrong?
No, I wouldn't say it's wrong, but morally, that's all up to you.
But that's what I'm saying. What's to say who's morally wrong or morally right, or we just make it up?
You're going to know yourself. Like I can't tell you what's morally wrong and right for you. Only you can figure that out for yourself because you're the one making decisions.
But how do we know which one is the correct? Are you saying there's no correct answer?
No,
So people going around murdering people, that they're not wrong. That's just what they decided that's good for them.
if that's how you perceive it, I have an opinion. Of course, I'm gonna say they're wrong. That's my opinion. But what if he's murdering rapists? What if they're murdering children? Kill like you don't. It's all about perception. Like I don't know what they were murdered for, but at the same time, most people murder for a reason. So the reason behind it could be very valid for them.
But
I'm a person-
I'm saying whether it's violent or not, it's still not wrong because it's just something that they chose to do, right?
that's your opinion.
I'm asking you. I don't. I'm trying to figure out your concept.
I keep explaining to you, my concept is always going to be what's within me. So what's your concept is going to be what's within you and any other person. That's what's within them. If they feel like they valid for killing this person, then who am I to say that they're not?
So there's nobody above us that's in charge. It's just we all make it up ourselves.
I believe in a higher self. Like we're all one with the creator. So creator is your higher self. If you are operating in your higher self, we won't have to worry about this. But there's a lower self too. That's what a lot of people don't understand. There's a lower self. Some people are here to evolve up, and some people are here to experience them lower selves.
Raise
So
hell.
I don't know where you at in your journey. All I can tell you about is where I'm at in mine. And obviously I came from the dark, baby.
But if somebody, so how would you know who's at the highest?
I'm at the highest. Just like I hope you at your highest self is one with the creator. That's your highest.
No, I'm saying like
okay, for one, there's no step. Okay, there's no separation, right? When it comes to your higher self, the sense, the most high, the creator, whatever name you want to give it. Okay, that energy right there. Once you connect with that, that's your highest self. Your highest self, just like anyone else, is one. So me operating in my higher self, just some, how can I put it? Because I keep explaining the same thing, so I'm gonna have to say it in a different way. It's all about you. There's nothing else to be said. Like it's all about you and what I don't know what you're experiencing. And then like
Ain't that deep though?
yeah, like I don't like this. This is why to have a total understanding, which is to love. That's God. That's the higher. That's the most high is love, right? So if I'm sitting here telling you I am love, how am I gonna not love anybody for whatever reason? I can understand a serial killer. I can understand a rapist. I can understand anybody on earth. Why? Because I've already tapped into my higher self.
and how do we figure out what's love?
By the way you feel about that person. If you can't love them for something they did, then you're not love. I don't love you because you took this action upon this person. If that's the case, you should stop loving everybody.
No, I'm saying like, what if we feel loving somebody is by taking advantage of them and making them do what we
That's
find
not love.
pleasing?
That's manipulation.
Who defines the love?
You.
That's what I'm saying. So if
Just like you could tell me, just like you can ask me the difference between, you can tell me the difference between. So you already know, right? You.
He wants you to say God.
God, I told him God is love.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like because you got people who think loving somebody is by raping them.
What?
No, I've never heard. No, hold on, you lost me.
I mean, I'm saying it in like a right to the point thing, but like some people feel, having as many women follow them and sleeping with those women and take, they might, like cult leaders, they take advantage of people, and all of a sudden, like how some people got Stockholm syndrome, where they are infatuated with their captives.
They're basically hooked on their energy because they don't have any of their self. They're not connected to source.
But what I'm saying is, how do we not know that the person who did all of that is the one that's in the right? Like,
So if
where's the
you okay,
foundation?
just like you just told me he did all these negative things, you're telling me he was in the wrong, right?
No, what I'm trying to get you to define is how do we determine who comes up with what's positive and what's negative?
Your
Because you're saying
perception.
it's all. So how do you
Perception.
know if? All right, got you. So how do you know if your perception is correct?
That's on you to determine. Like, I can't tell you what your perception. Okay, let me say
You
this.
need Charm. You
So
need
what
to
if?
Charm.
So
You
what
need
if
to
your
ask him a
perception is
question.
wrong?
You need to ask him a
How would
question.
you know?
The same way that you're able to break all this stuff down to me, you already put it in categories yourself.
Yeah, but people put stuff in categories and come to the wrong conclusion. I'm saying, how do you not? How do you
Okay,
not
so
know that
hold
you
on, hold
came
on,
to
hold
the?
on, hold on. So how are you able to tell me if it's a wrong or right conclusion if you don't know right from wrong? It's that was came from within you, right?
Nah, I'm a Christian, so my entire concept of right
What's a
and wrong
Christian?
comes
What
from
is a Christian? Explain that to me. What is a Christian?
a person who follows Jesus Christ.
And who is Jesus Christ?
So that was a guy who walked on the earth to show us the right way, to show us right and wrong. That's somebody who is above everybody.
And show us, right? So you believe he's above you? If he was above you, then he would be able to save you. What he's showing you is you can get on my level. Well, I could teach you what I know. But most people are already born with it within them, right?
Boom,
Just
what?
like we all one with the creator, God, whatever. So we're one with him. So either you're gonna walk with him, meaning what he's showing you right from wrong. And I don't even understand why I'm saying he, because it's definitely not a person. That's another thing we're gonna disagree on, because I don't believe in a single person doing it. It's Christ is a consciousness. Now Jesus was, I can't even say that was his name, but anyway, Jesus was somebody who obtained that consciousness and was teaching people, other dead people meaning mentally dead. They didn't know, they had never experienced it because they were believing in religion, lack of all these different things that kept them in a low vibrational state.
But you said you can't tell me if my perspective wrong. So if I'm telling you your perspective is wrong and mine's right, you can't tell me otherwise.
I never told.
What happened? She's still there?
Oh no, she might have dropped out.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Now, what was the last thing you just said? I'm sorry, because I don't know what just happened to my phone.
No, I'm saying if you said it's all about us and our own perspective. So if I'm telling you your perspective wrong,
That's your
how do we
opinion.
not? So who has the correct opinion?
You,
So if I got the
you
correct
do.
opinion, then you're
You do.
wrong.
Go. Okay. So say, go within. You got to seek things for yourself. I don't care how many people you get to walk with Jesus or how many people believe in what. Not one of them people are going to have the same perspective unless it's taught to them. Everybody's perspective is going to be different. That's the whole point in this experience in life, the creator experience in itself, in many different forms. Our perspective should never be the same. How are we going to teach and learn from each other if we all have the same perspective? That's like zombies.
You said we're all one. So that's how we all come to the same perspective.
When
Maybe
you
more
get
or
to
less
that
is
higher
one than you are.
and when you get to that higher perspective, there's a level of understanding you have for everyone. That doesn't mean you're going to have that same perspective. Me and you have two totally different perspectives, but I totally understand where you're coming from. I can see your vision. I can see your mentality about it. I can see those things, and I can totally get it. But that doesn't mean that I have to take that same route as you.
Maybe you didn't evolve high enough to see the proper perspective.
Well, in order to evolve high enough and see a whole proper perspective, you have to know that there's multiple perspectives, and you're sitting here telling me there's only right and wrong when that's totally not true.
No, there's plenty of things that is right and then wrong. Like 1 + 1 is 2. There's no other aspect. 1 + 1 does not equal anything else other than 2. Any
That
answer
has
outside
nothing.
of 2 is wrong.
So we
I'm
talking
saying
about. So we speaking on spirituality and religion. So those are two totally different categories, which means you couldn't even put them in the same thing and say, "Oh, 1 + 1 = 2," so that's right, and then you're wrong.
no.
No.
What I'm saying
Now
is
they
some
say one
things is
times one is
absolutely
one,
right.
but that's not true, right?
Why is not true?
Because how you gonna have one times about another one and still just have one when there's two of them sitting right there in your face? When you
No, that's
multiply,
not.
you add.
No, that's not what multiplication means
No,
when it's
that's
one
not what you was
times.
taught. Basically, that's not what you was taught. So somebody programmed you to believe 1 × 1 was 1, and you went with it.
No, I don't think you understand what that means. Like it's 1 times mean like you multiply it.
So
What
to
else is
multiply,
there?
you add, right? Look, answer me that. Do when you multiply, do you add or subtract?
That's not the whole formula.
Answer. Can you answer my question? When you multiply, do you add or subtract?
You add if there's something in addition.
Multiply.
There's another one on the other side of that multiplication sign. That
No,
so
that's
that
not
made
what
it
that
two.
means.
Or that's not what you think it means. Listen, this is all about perception. I beg to differ because I'm not going to believe that I have one multiplied by another one and I only get one.
It's if it's if
No, one number is the objective, and then you got the multiplication. So if there's one object, what are you going to multiply it times? If they said there's only one, then there's only one. That's what the second number means. If there's only two, then there's
let me
like
put it
what
like
part
this.
did you
Okay, so
understand
then
it?
that means that okay, so listen to it. So that you're basically saying when you multiply, you don't add. At the
Not
end
if
of the day,
there's
let's start from the basic, the very beginning. Multiply. See, when people start breaking down words like you're supposed to do when you're breaking down the Bible, you're supposed to break down those words and those parables, those different things to get a total understanding of what it means. So if I'm starting off by knowing that multiplication means to add, then that's the first thing that the first fact that you
no,
have. I
that's
have to
not
add these two.
that's not the first thing. The first thing is if you're multiplying something, there has to be more than one.
There was two.
It's in it.
One
If
plus
there's
one.
two, no. See, again, you missing it. If there's a one in the factor, then there's nothing to multiply. If there's zero in the
But that would
factor,
be one times
there
zero, right?
no. If there's zero
Okay.
in the factor, there's nothing.
Okay, well, we can agree to disagree. I would never agree with that.
I gotta get on mathematics though. That's great.
No, we're trying to
I
define
asked him the
objective
same
truth, and
thing.
she's trying to be because I'm trying to show that there's certain things that are objectively right and wrong, irregardless of your perspective. Just because you have a misunderstanding doesn't make it right. You're trying you have a misunderstanding of math. Multiplication is the first thing ain't addition. It's to understand the equation.
So I have a misunderstanding.
You do have a misunderstanding because
I feel
you
the same.
think everything you think you add it because it's written out with two different numbers. The way it's written is just explaining to somebody who understands math what they're looking at. One
But somebody
times
who
one means there's
understands
only one.
what does
There's
multiply
no
mean?
addition there.
What does multiply mean to do? What do you do when you multiply?
Multiply means
All right, I rest my
again.
case. Now let's get back to the real topic.
See, I ain't even finished the sentence, but go ahead.
I don't even know how we ended up all the way over. I asked you, I said, what does that have to do with what we're talking about? Perspective, just
I,
like you have that perspective of math,
no,
I
it
have this
wasn't.
perspective of math.
No, it
Somebody else will
wasn't
have a different
perspective.
perspective.
No, we're talking about is there a perspective or is there an actual objective
There's a
answer?
perspective. There's always a perspective. There's
So
always a perspective. How do you think that I can say something is right and you would say it's wrong? Because we have two different perceptions of it.
So if I say you have zero balance, like, but how can you come up with a different perspective unless you just don't understand what zero means?
People say zero means nothing, then you hear people zero means infinity. So
Because
I
they're
can care less.
retarded.
That's your opinion. I believe you the retarded one.
Right. So now all of a sudden, now we're going to redefine things to make it fit our perspective because we don't we don't want to be wrong.
See, this is the second time we've debated right here. Each time you always taking it all the way off course where it don't need to go. So once again, let's start back where I started when I was asked you the question, what is a Christian?
I told you, a Christian is a follower of Jesus Christ.
And who is Jesus Christ?
I told you, Jesus Christ is a guy who came down and walked the earth to show us how to be done. He saved us
And
from
who
our
came
sins.
down from where? Where did Jesus Christ come down from?
Heaven.
Heaven. And where is heaven?
It's above the earth.
Okay, so if you ask now, let me tell you my perspective. Heaven is a mind state, right? Being a higher consciousness, right? So coming down meaning the spirit into the flesh, meaning the consciousness into the flesh. I'm a Jesus Christ, you're a Jesus Christ if you evolve to get that total understanding. I'm gonna say understanding of what it truly is. It's not a human being that came down here from somewhere in this spaceship or whatever they call it and say, this is how you should be. It's a consciousness that anybody can tap into through their diet, through meditation, through constant spiritual cleansing, through prayer. It has nothing to do with a person coming to save you or teach you anything. It's all about either you're going to accept or reject the knowledge.
So you said through prayer and meditation. So if I did those two things and I was at where you was at and I came to a higher understanding, to the understanding I'm having, how can you tell me I'm wrong?
I've never said anything about you being wrong ever. I never call you wrong.
Can we both be wrong, or can we both be right, or can only one or
we can
for you it
both
doesn't
have
matter?
a perception. We can both have a level of understanding. We're on two totally different levels.
So what if yours is just extremely limited? How would you know?
It would never be limited because I'm able to understand you. You can't understand me. So who's limited?
When did I say I didn't understand you? I've never said that.
This whole conversation you've been telling me I was wrong or that I have a limited understanding.
If I just disagree with you, that doesn't mean that I don't understand. I just disagree.
One time I did. I've been telling you that's your perspective, right? But you keep on trying to go back and forth with me about what's right and what's wrong. I keep trying to tell you that you're not right, you're not wrong. I'm not right, I'm not wrong. But I have a total understanding.
I'm just exploring what you understand and how you view the world. I get it. I'm just exploring it. I've never said I don't understand. I'm just exploring what you're talking about. How am I supposed to get you to voice your opinion if I don't ask you questions?
It's not about me voicing my opinion. It's about me having a whole total understanding. Once again.
Yeah, I'm just getting you to voice your understanding. How does that equal that I don't know what you're talking about?
You've been telling me I was wrong. You said that yourself.
Yeah, I'm telling you wrong because I have a higher understanding than you have. Yours is limited.
Now that let me know you're limited because you're trying to prove a point to me that you can't prove.
I ain't trying to prove anything.
I didn't come in to prove a point to tell you that you beneath me. I know where I'm at. I don't have to prove that. So I'm already solidified. You're trying to validate your position.
Yo, you got to cut in right quick. Do you disagree with who she said Jesus Christ is to her?
I mean, that's what she defines for her. We just talking about two different people. She's talking about somebody she made up in her head.
I never talked about somebody. I said you can reach that high understanding too. You're just limited. You're stuck on somebody else, so you keep giving somebody else your energy.
No, that's what I said. See, I'm talking about somebody literal, and she's talking about something different when she says Jesus Christ. So that's why we disagree. We have a difference of opinion.
Okay, you see where she's coming from?
I do see where she's coming from. It's not new. I see exactly where she's coming from. Just because I don't agree, don't mean that I don't understand.
Okay. You don't have to agree. I don't agree with you, but I have a total understanding. I'm not telling you you're right or wrong. That's just where you're at in your understanding.
And
I'm where I'm at.
Right. We at two different places. We agree. We're on two different levels. There's no disagreement there.
And I'm not trying to put you down and say you're beneath me because of your understanding.
Hey, listen, if somebody was laying on the ground and I was standing up, just because I'm telling him his perspective, it's not my fault he don't see it that he's laying on the ground.
But how you know he's not above you? What's up? As above, so below. How you know he's not above you? Because it seems like he's the one grounded, you the one in the air.
Yeah, he's really grounded in the ground.
Grounded. And you have to be in it in order to have an understanding. The very first thing is your I am. And that's being
simple.
grounded. So he
It's
knows
real
who he
simple.
is on the ground. You don't know who you are trying to stand above him.
It's real simple. A fish can't tell a shark what it's like to be in the ocean when there's a fish stuck in a fish tank. It's the fish
There's
with the
fish
limited
in the
perspective.
ocean. There's fish in the ocean. He
Yeah,
can
but
tell shark alive.
the fish that's stuck in a fish tank can't tell the shark what it's like in the ocean when it's stuck in a fish tank. It's just simple as that. If your view is limited, you
I
can't
don't
tell
see
somebody
listen.
who has a broader view.
Now the limited part is the way you explain things. You're
Oh, all
limited on
right.
that
That's your
because they
opinion.
didn't even make sense.
What didn't make sense to you?
What you just said, a fish in a fish tank, and we talking about a man that's grounded and you standing above him.
Yeah, a man that's grounded can't tell me about my view because he's on the ground. I got a better perspective than he has. Simple as
But
that.
y'all in the same place. There's a difference with a fish in a fish tank and a shark in the ocean. They in two
We
different places.
listen. We could be in the same area, but we ain't got the same elevation. So somebody has a bigger view. Simple as that. It's not my fault
Oh,
that the person with a limited viewpoint can't see the bigger picture.
oh.
How
Well,
how
so now you see what I feel about. So now you see where I'm coming from.
how's it
Yeah,
how
you
is
in the aquarium.
How is it limited because he's on the ground? He looking up. He can look down. He can look all around. You the
no
one
And
with
why?
your nose in the
I
air.
can,
Your nose is stuck in the air, thinking you're above him.
I can. If my nose was stuck in the air, I wouldn't be able to see him beneath me.
Your
yo
nose is stuck in the air because you can't understand him.
how is
No,
oh, the
go ahead.
question I'm trying to ask is how is her view limited? You said she's on the ground and your view is you gotta break that down. Why is it different?
Because when you're stuck on opinions, you're limited. When you're able to see more than just an opinion and you can start seeing facts and opinions, you have a bigger view.
What are the facts about your Jesus Christ that's different from her metaphor of Jesus Christ?
Well, it's simple. And I'm gonna give you an analogy first. If somebody said, like, let's say this is 100 years from now and I died, and somebody said they met me, Steve Smith, and they're talking about that I wasn't a real person. I'm just something that somebody tapped into. Then they have a limited view. If I actually exist and walk the earth, the person who's describing somebody who literally walked the earth, and somebody else just saying, "Oh no, that's just your understanding." The person who's saying that's just their understanding has the limited view. Jesus literally walked the earth. Like there's nothing to doubt about that. That's anybody who don't believe he really walked the earth and was the
But
actual person
you
has a
do
limited
know,
viewpoint.
Jesus didn't always have that perspective, right?
How you gonna speak for him?
All you gotta do is obviously you know so much about him. You should know that he had two different lives.
How you speaking for him?
How are you speaking for him? The same way you are. Out
When
that
did I
book
speak
that you
for
was
him?
reading, out the book that you was reading, and from what the pastor was telling you in Sunday school, because you definitely ain't get it from within yourself. Talking about
How
you
do you
separate from the Creator, you're
how
crazy.
do you know? When did I say I was separate? When
Right
did I
now,
say that?
telling me right now, come. You know
How,
what? That's what it is. I have a total understanding. I have common sense. That's the difference between me and you.
see, yeah, that is a difference because I don't believe there's a such thing as common sense, or else
Ooh,
this world wouldn't be the way it is. There's too many stupid people out here for common sense to be common.
common sense isn't common. Exactly. I'm not common.
But you just said you have common sense. How you?
I
So you
have
saying you
common
have
sense,
something that
and
don't
common
exist?
sense is I have common sense, but common sense isn't common, which means I'm not common. I'm not normal.
That's an oxymoron and a moronic statement.
Oh, that's a very factual statement that you don't have a total understanding of because you haven't reached my level yet.
So you saying there is certain things as facts?
My facts, yeah, they're my facts.
All right. So again, you saying it's your opinion?
Those are my facts. See, this is what you keep getting caught up to. I keep telling you, like the last time on this wordplay stuff, you can't beat me with the wordplay. I'm gonna tell you, like I told you last time, when you wanna describe the Christ or God or anything else, and you describe it outside of yourself, you have no knowledge of it. No knowledge
How
of
do you?
you, her, it, whatever you want to call it. You have
But
no knowledge of it because you needed somebody else to break it down for you, right? So that means you never seeked and really went within yourself. You never really repented because you need somebody else to validate what you said. Everything you're talking about, I can go read in a book. I can go sit in the church across the street and get that answer. I can go do all that. But you will never get the truth until you go within yourself and learn who you truly are. That's your whole point in life. It's to learn who you truly are. Then you will know the Creator because it's within you. You and him, you and the Creator are one. So without knowing yourself, you don't know the Creator. So that's my
so
total understanding.
So if I told you I've met the creator and I have a good understanding, how can you tell me my perspective is wrong?
I ne- I never said your perspective was wrong.
So
I
right.
said that's your perspective.
So my perspective is right. So everything I'm
Well,
telling you is factual.
I hope you would feel like that about yourself. You see
You
what
ain't
I'm
really,
saying? Like,
you ain't really told us nothing though. That's what I'm saying.
at all. You basically sit here, really in real life, you really sit here absorbing my energy that you probably need. But I don't got no problem because I'm abundant. I'm unlimited. I'm
Hey,
connected to source.
hey, I
So,
ain't gonna lie. I'm soaking up your energy.
like seriously, that's my whole purpose, and that's my whole purpose
I
to
mean it.
uplift people, to bring some knowledge. It's really to open your mind, to have you thinking,
I
because
mean,
you like your mind is closed. Open your mind. When you open your mind, you be like, damn, that shit, boy, like that just really hit me.
Yeah, but you can't stand on anything because everything is based on a perspective.
No, everything is based on me, within me and my connection. I
what's
don't
your
Right.
need nothing outside of me. See,
Mr.
it's
Info
like
Philly?
saying,
What is
it's
your
like
what is your perspective based on? I'm sorry.
me.
No, Mr. Info Philly. Because he keep asking you questions, but you ain't getting the chance to ask him questions. That's what I'm trying to make it fair.
I let her speak. She just went through a whole speech
See,
about
I'm
her
gonna
having
reason why.
common
Okay,
sense.
I'm gonna keep
We,
speaking
we
because
trying to
I know
compare the two
there's
though.
I know you and other people out there need it, right? So I'm gonna keep speaking because I've already peaked your game the last time we debated.
But
My
So I
he
only
said,
did this again because I'm putting this out there. I'm gonna keep on putting this big energy out there,
don't let
this
him hide his
creator energy.
don't let him hide his hand. He got to
He
show
he
his hand too.
he been showed it the last time. He's limited, but I didn't have to call him that to know that. That's the difference.
I think your perspective is limited, so you don't see the whole game.
You see how you thinking, and I know I'm standing on what I know. You keep thinking.
Yeah, and you don't know much though.
Okay, you ain't standing on no business. You can't know. Baby, listen. I'm gonna say this, Pastor. I'm gonna say this. You've been sitting here listening to me all this time, but you say I don't know nothing. You soaking up everything I'm talking about so you can know. And next thing I know, you're gonna be preaching this to somebody else. Preacher. So
This
you're
ain't my
welcome.
first time hearing what you're saying. Like I don't know.
And the
When I
last
ask
time,
questions, why do y'all think it'd be my first time? There's only the only way we can have an engaging discussion is for me to ask actual deep questions so that you can
so
answer it in your perspective.
But you
and
That
gonna
this
have
don't
to.
is
mean I've never heard it.
and this ain't really for you. This is for everybody.
Yeah, but you keep assuming that like this is new information to me or something.
But you gonna have to
You
rebuttal.
you
You gonna
said
have to
it's no
rebuttal.
information.
You gonna have to rebuttal something though. You ain't rebuttaling nothing she said.
I didn't rebuttal anything. She said she has common
Because it's
sense.
truth.
Common
You
means
can't
something
argue
that's
with truth.
common means something that's normal, typical.
We want a Bible
So
verse or something. That's what we looking for. We looking for you to combat what she said with what you stand on.
the Bible verse says Jesus said he's the way, not yourself. He said he himself is the way. You have to follow him.
There we go.
Without him, you're nothing.
Here we go.
He's the way, the light, and but he also said he didn't come to save you. He just was showing you what to do. Pay
Go
attention.
ahead. Show me where he said he didn't come to save you.
Uh-huh.
When he specifically said he came to heal the sick, the brokenhearted. Like, what are you talking about? His whole that's what Messiah means, Savior. How he didn't come to save us when he literally is the embodiment. He's the
He
actual
came to
perfect
say,
example of
all he
saving.
did was Jesus. It's nothing but a mirror showing you about you,
Well,
how
your
you
mirror
gonna heal
broken.
yourself,
You
how
need to
you
fix
gonna
that.
fix yourself. It's all
Your
about
mirror,
you.
your mirror got cracks in it.
It's all
Jesus
about
specifically
you.
said it's not
How
about
you
you.
okay? So let me tell you this: how did Jesus come and save? How are you gonna say, oh, well, Jesus came and saved me? He came and saved this person all by doing. Every miracle that was performed was something different to each person. They were testimonies. It was never about, oh, this specific person came to do this. It was all about, here, I'm gonna be this mirror for you to see yourself, how you
Yeah,
heal
and he said
yourself, how you fix
no,
yourself, how you
no.
move on and stand on your own
He
two
spec-
feet.
he
Because
specifically
without
said the
that, hold on,
opposite.
without you doing it yourself, you're never gonna make it.
Wrong. He he specifically said you can't save yourself. You need him. He said without him you can do nothing.
That's that religious stuff I don't get. That's that Christianity part that I don't agree with.
No, yeah, you disagree with the part because it shows that you're limited and you don't see it. Most people who
Let me
are
hold on.
not,
Let me tell you how I know what I'm talking about. Let me tell you this. Because for them, I'm 36 years old. I had my first child at 35. She's 5 months old. Before then, I've tried my entire life to have children. What
Mhm.
I did was I went within myself to get knowledge and understanding of the creator myself within. It had nothing to do with no Jesus Christ, no church, no nothing. I did the work, right? So when I knew, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing wrong. This is how, because I went within myself. Prayer, meditation. So I'm being shown my higher self, showing like, hey, look, do you know this is you, right? Let me roll out the red carpet for you. This is how you move, and this is why you haven't accomplished what you're trying to accomplish. Because you're doing too much. You got too many partners. You got too many people around you with negative energy. You got this and that. I became aware. When I became aware, I changed everything about that.
How-
Everything. So hold on, stop. I changed
go
all
ahead.
that. And then I'm like, okay, so now I'm prepared. Okay, now I done changed all this stuff about myself. So now let me go ahead and try this again. Bop, she's here.
How long have you
Oh,
been trying?
since
Like,
I was probably
how
about
about what age?
18,
Yeah. Right.
19.
Hallelujah.
So, I'm never gonna say nothing negative about her having a child. That'd be
I
ludicrous.
didn't know. See, let me tell you this. I didn't know God for real. I was doing the same thing you was doing, believing in all this other stuff. And this is why it's my purpose to teach and show what I know. I didn't have children all the way up until now because it was all a part of the plan. My higher self, the creator, who I'm one with, showed me. This is what's going on right here. So I need you to take these steps in order to accomplish this, so you can speak from a personal experience
Amen.
that you have to do it on your own, but you have to walk in this way. You got to walk this way because you was already going that way. So I got tired of going in circles. So then I conquered my lower self.
So, how many years would you say it took for you to conquer your lower self?
About
6 years.
6 years to truly learn the lessons for real and really understand what what it was for and why. Why I'm moving like is why am I moving like this? Oh, oh damn, this is why I was moving like that the whole time. It happened for me like this. In the end, I became aware.
So let's say, so for 5 of those years, you wasn't learning a lesson. Is what you're saying?
No, I was learning all the lessons. I was on a journey. That's how the journey started. Just like the same one you talk about, the Jesus talk. He went on a journey to learn all these things, and he came back to teach his people. Hey, you're gonna have to be self-aware in order to make it.
All right, now look at this. Now, if it took you 6 years to learn that, if I'm telling you I've learned way more than what you learned in the 6 years, how do
It
you
took
not
six
know?
years for me to learn myself.
I know. What I'm saying is,
When you
I'm telling you,
once I conquer my lower self, everything else been so smooth. From
if
my
I'm
state
telling
of
you
mind,
I conquered way more than that, and your self is just limited in what you can see.
how you gonna tell me what you conquer more than me when you don't even know me to tell me what's within myself? You don't know what I've been through to tell me what I'm limited on.
So how could you tell me what I know?
You don't know because you don't
How
know
can you
me,
say
so
that?
you can't tell me what you saying is true. So
Well,
you like to
how
put
can
them
you say
spells
that?
on people with them words like the rest of the Christians.
Oh, them
What
spells.
spells?
Them spells
Them
is
spells that you putting
spells is
on
crazy.
people. Miss me with it. I know me. I'm standing in my truth and my power. The truth and my power. So the wordplay, please, just we can go ahead and kill that.
You seem to be a bit intimidated about somebody telling you about yourself.
Yeah, you ain't telling me nothing.
No,
I'm
I
just getting
definitely
hyped because
told
see,
you.
look, y'all want to talk about the
You
Holy
just don't
Spirit.
want to
Let me tell
believe
you
it.
what get me hyped. Let me get hyped. The truth do. My power I'm standing in got me hyped, baby. Never you.
I can see you scared. You're scared to
Scared.
see the true you.
You know
The
what?
true the true you is limited.
You are so right that you're wrong.
Make it make sense.
You're so right that you're wrong. That means you're so stuck on yourself that you have no clue what you're talking about.
Still
Is
no
that right?
Bible verse. Still no Bible verse.
Wait,
Because you
what
can't
did I
play. The
say
Bible is
that he
the
wouldn't Bible
Bible is a
verse on?
part of the program. I don't need it.
No, you need the real Jesus, not the false Jesus that you set up in yourself.
Hey, what's going on with Umar, man?
Dr. Umar.
Yeah, I'm talking about to the brother from Philly, man. He from Philly too. I'm like,
I think he found his inner self the way she found herself. So this is where it guided him. When
oh,
you guiding
Y'all from the
yourself, you
same
lost.
place? Y'all all sound like a bunch of loonies. All of you.
oh my
It seemed like over there, kind of like you kind of confused. Y'all probably was growing up together in the same church.
god. Oh
No,
shit.
see, I know how to think for myself.
I think he thinks more for himself than you, but that's just my opinion. Like I said,
Yeah, but see, according to what she said, he's doing everything he's supposed to. He's worrying about himself. He was, raising money for himself,
that's
and he
his
was making people feel good
experience.
about it.
That's his experience. That's him. See, that's the problem with people. Everybody's so worried about somebody else that you're not even understanding that you losing. You losing worrying about other people outside of what you created. If it's not the family that you're creating or part of what you're creating, then you're losing yourself even being worried about it. The way of the
Who,
world. That's the way of the world. You're
I'm just answering
worldly.
the man question. He asked the
No,
question. I just gave an answer.
and you just showing how worldly you are
How am I worldly? Go ahead. Give me an example.
because you worried about everything. Your perspective is outside of you. That's the number one thing.
So you saying you know me better than I know myself?
No, I'm telling you, I know myself better than you.
So how do you telling me what I see? How can you possibly tell me what I'm thinking when I'm saying something?
I don't have to tell you what you're thinking. You saying it to all of us.
What did I say when I said I was concerned? When did I say I was concerned?
When you have an opinion of that man,
I can make an opinion about anything. It don't mean I'm worried.
it's a problem. You have an opinion of everything outside of yourself. So what about you?
It's simple. If he asks me a question about something, I can give an opinion. I'm not limited like you may be.
The opinion you got is your own personal perspective. It has no facts to it. It has no
Oh, I see.
substance to it. It has
You
no
just don't.
knowledge to
I
it.
see.
It's just
You
like
don't
an
like.
asshole. Everybody
You
got
don't.
those.
You don't
You
like
can have
people
no
that have
substance to your
opinions.
understanding.
Hey,
You
Oh, I
have
said
no
you don't.
substance.
You don't like men that have opinions. Is that what it is?
let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
What's your sign? Philly?
That's
I
my
mean,
sun sign.
no. Let's see if she knows. What would be? What do you think my sign would be?
That's a good question.
Like I don't know, maybe a, a fire sign
I'll
or a
give you
water
three guesses. Go
sign.
ahead.
I just
I'll
say
give you three
a
guesses.
fire or a water sign.
He an Aries or something.
Oh, fire.
Well,
Oh,
I give you
So
three guesses. Three guesses.
I don't
I,
know.
I assume a fire or a water sign. That's Aries, Leo, I'm gonna say Aries, Leo, Scorpio, or Pisces.
Hmm. Interesting.
What's the
Well,
Aries? So
What's your
that's
I'm
sign?
a Gemini.
Oh,
y'all
that's
both
true.
Gemini. You a Gemini
I was
too?
You a May
I was
Gemini?
bo- I was born on Memorial Day.
You a May Gemini? Okay, yeah, I understand.
You a Gemini too?
Yep.
Oh shit! Oh shit! We got 4 people up here fighting. Hey.
I'm
Five.
actually chilling. It just seemed like she don't like males that have opinions. You wear the pants in your
But
relationships,
that's the
don't you?
thing. This the thing. Like you keep talking about opinions. I don't care about opinions. I always see is perspectives. Me and my people, any man will tell you I'm very, very, very feminine. But right now I'm not going. We having a debate or whatever you want to call it. I'm not. So I'm standing in my power. But when it comes to me at home with my man and my relationship, that's a totally different thing. I have balance in my life. I know myself. I know how to move in any situation in any area. Right now, you're not nobody for me to be feminine with.
No, but you
I
definitely
don't have
seem to
to
be
be
upset.
feminine or friendly with you. That's the problem with a lot of women. They want to be friendly and feminine towards every man but they own. That's the
You
only man
definitely,
I need to be friendly and feminine with, or somebody else who's cutting a check.
but you definitely don't seem like you comfortable with people who have opinions about others.
See how you see? That's how you so wrong.
You said I was
I
worried.
have a very masculine man.
she
Very.
said. She said
I didn't
that you
ask you
got.
about your man.
She said you got your own perspective. My bad.
No, she said why you so worried about like when you asked me about Dr. Umar, she said why was I worried?
I'm saying why you have such an opinion and not a perspective, like with no substance. Perspective have substance to it and education and background to it. You just say,
What
oh, he this and that because it's how you think.
no, what did I say that didn't have any substance?
None of it, nothing that you say has substance to it.
The man that went to Africa to raise money and didn't show any proof in the pudding
You know
of the
how many
stuff that
people
he
went to
said he was
Africa? That don't mean nothing.
talking about what he
Africa
said.
they
You
coming
said it
over
didn't
here.
have substance. You could just follow the man's track record.
I'm talking about you had no substance with your statement. You had nothing but an opinion, not a perspective. You had nothing with your statement but opinion. That's what I was saying. And I'm talking about being seeing people's perspective of things. And you're very opinionated, but you keep trying to throw that on me. Like I said, keep trying to throw them spells around, trying to tell me I'm opinionated when I can see anybody's perspective.
Is that your opinion?
That's my truth.
But is your truth your opinion?
My truth is my truth. What part of truth didn't you understand?
I hear you saying it's your truth. It don't mean it's the truth. Your truth is limited. Your
Okay,
truth
so
can be false.
next
It's
question.
true for you, but it can be false outside of you.
Next question.
Hey, just because you feel is right, don't make it right.
You the one with the feelings?
Nah, I ain't.
And you cracking me up with the feelings.
You
'Cause you
talking
keep
about
on-
this is how you
you-
feel. That's what you saying.
You with the feelings because you keep trying to tell me about how I should or what I should, and you keep telling me who I am and who I ain't. But who are you? You ain't been able to tell me that yet.
I'm a Christian, man of God.
Nobody. You're
One
a
that
follower.
know
You're a
one that
dead
knows
man.
the real
You're a
one that knows the
zombie.
real creator.
You what else you want to call it? You're a nobody because
Nah,
you still ain't telling me who you don't even know yourself, so you can't sit here and tell me not to stand
you're
in my
like you're like the fish that's in
power.
the fish tank trying to tell me how great you got it because you got a good understanding of the fish tank.
And you just sounded just like that motorcycle riding by. Yeah.
Yeah, that motorcycle moving and you stuck in one place.
Stuck where? I'm sitting out here rocking on this swing. You feel me? Chilling, listening to you. Because
No, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just talking to you,
Exactly.
relaxing at this
I'm
point because it's like
you make listen, it's funny. Yeah, I'm the motorcycle and you the swing. You going back and forth, but
you
you
the
ain't making no
motorcycle because you
progress.
loud with for no reason. You're loud for no reason.
The
You have no
motorcycle making
reason.
progress.
The
He came
motorcycle,
and went.
the
You stuck in the
motorcycle was
same
just
spot.
loud. The motorcycle loud. He was. You heard what it was sounding like, and he was going 2 miles an hour. He's
Yeah,
loud.
yeah,
He's loud, going nowhere real fast.
yeah. But he's moving. You actually ain't moving because you just going back and forth. Ain't making no progress in life.
You don't even know me to say that. That don't even make sense.
It does make sense. Anybody on a swing, at the end of the day, it don't matter how hard they try, they still in that same position on the swing, stuck in the
That
same spot.
we're having a debate on the phone. Where am I supposed to be at?
I thought we was gonna have
Yeah.
a religious debate, man. What happened?
Right. Every time he
He-
keeps trying to throw this stuff off, that's why I'm like, it's funny at this point. So let's just talk like regular old people, like we just on the phone or something.
No, when I went there, she said she don't want to hit those spells. I was asking her
That's all you
questions
got.
about what
I'm
she.
trying to hear. Who are you? We still ain't established that. I don't know who you are. None of these people know who you are. I already said who I am, but you ain't explaining who you are. Who are you? Because you keep telling me what you learned from everywhere else but yourself. That means you ain't shit because you can't even learn from yourself. You can't teach yourself nothing. You can't do it on your own. You need Jesus to come down here and take these walks with you to show you what you're doing. You need everything but yourself. So you don't stand
Yeah.
on nothing.
People who rely on themselves is that's a waste of space. That's a waste of energy. Why would I rely on myself when I have the actual creator who can open the door for me?
That's laziness. That's not a creator. That's
All right.
laziness.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the lazy route. The shortest distance between 2 points
And
is a
what
straight line.
what doors was open? What doors was open that you didn't have to go through yourself? That you didn't have to walk through on your own? That you didn't have to
Yeah.
wake up for and go work for it? That you didn't have to put in some type of label for yourself? Now, tell me what door was open that you didn't have to do nothing.
Plenty. I'm breathing.
I'm waiting.
I didn't
I'm
create
waiting.
myself.
I'm waiting.
I didn't create myself. He
Once
created me.
again, I'm waiting. What doors was open? We talking about
Did
in
you
life
create?
right now. We talking about because you said
That
since
is
I'm
life.
not making
He gave
progress.
me
I'm gonna
life.
tell me how far you made it and where you went. When Jesus took
Mate-
you there, tell me what door Jesus opened. I just want to know the door he opened.
The materialistic stuff that I got is kind of irrelevant.
Who said anything? I said, what doors did he open? You see, once again, why me and you on two totally different levels?
He opened my eyes to the truth. There's no better door than that.
What's the truth?
What you say? What you say, Uncle Leslie? Jesus help people who help themselves. Oh, so if you ain't helping
Shit,
yourself,
no, wait,
you ain't
hold on,
opening no doors.
hold on. Actually, where's that at in the Bible? She made that
Why
up.
do you keep bringing up the Bible? The Bible is the biggest programmer there is. But leave that Bible where it said. Let's talk about facts. Let's talk about this common sense that you say you got. Common sense would say you can't do nothing without getting up and doing it on your own. Yeah, you can get help from the Creator. Yeah, you can get help from the Creator. Help.
All right,
But
then.
you
So if
think
I'm
that you
getting
gonna
help,
get up
then
and
what's
wake
the
up?
issue?
Nah, you talking like I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and here comes You crawl before you walk. So you wake up. Oh, God has opened this door. Look at here. I just made this. I got $500 because I woke up.
All right, if he opened the door for me, then what's the problem? Why you hating?
It never happened. Tell
What
me
didn't happen?
He never opened the door. If you ain't.
Then you said you tap into your inner self, and then you got the understanding. You tapped into your creator. Ain't that what you said?
I think she might have cut out.
Well, her 6 years that she was on her journey to get her understanding to have a baby, she said it took her 6 years. She tapped into her inner self, her creator. Now all of a sudden she's saying that she not getting no help from the creator. I don't get it. That's contradictory. Are we supposed to get help and get higher understanding, or are we not? Maybe she need to tap into somebody to get help with her phone connection.
Damn. This is brutal, man. This is Sunday. It's Sunday, man.
You heard that motorcycle on her background? It's still making progress. She on that swing still.
That was my background that time.
Yeah, so he made it all the way to your background.
Damn, it's crazy. We might be. It might be true. I don't try to cut out, man. That was a good little discussion, though.
So you have similar opinions to hers? It's all about your own self and your own perspective, no outside perspective. So you rather work for it instead of having somebody open the door for you?
Yeah.
And you had to do everything the hard way.
Yeah, first you start out doing stuff the hard way, then it get easier as you go out.
So if somebody said, "Hey, look, I know you want to work for it, and you're gonna go do this job and make 100,000 a year, but if you just shake my hand and come to this job, I give you $1 million a year." You trying to tell me you're gonna do it the hard way?
Doesn't that sound like you about to do a deal with the devil? The second way you said it,
No.
and shake my hand and look, go behind this door, and it's
No, it's because it's the same as it's the same as when people speed and then the judge say, "Look, if you want me, I'll throw this case out, but you just gotta, take this safety course." What you gonna say? No, I want to learn about this the hard way.
I mean, it depends.
What's wrong with showing somebody? What's wrong with showing somebody gratitude for doing you a favor? They is doing you a favor.
What's wrong with shorts? You talk about the supreme being.
Yeah.
I mean, we give honor to the supreme being.
No, I'm saying, what's wrong with showing gratitude to the Most High for opening doors? Like, why would I turn my back with somebody who is above me, literally, and know more than me, and then sit there and say, "I'm gonna figure it out on my own"? When he said, "But I already got a better way for you. You doing it the dumb way."
But I'm a piece of the Most High, though.
All right. So if I say I'm in tune and one with the Most High, like I'm in tune. I know I have the understanding. I know exactly the path. Who's to say I'm wrong?
I'm not here to say you're wrong. I'm here to trade ideas. That's what I'm here to do.
No, I'm saying because you're saying that, like, she's saying I got a limited understanding. Listen, the children of the Creator, that's the ones who get easy access to the path. Why would I take the hard path and say, I need to figure out my journey on my own? That's stupid. Especially when this planet was here before I got here. Obviously, the person who designed the planet know better.
Right, but you gotta get out there. I mean, okay, there's a billion people on this earth, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just one religion on this earth, right?
Right.
So who's to say you got it right? You got to go around and study different stuff.
No, it's simple. It's just like if a brand new Ferrari was made, I'm not just going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to figure out how the Ferrari work on my own." Because some people will try to reverse engineer it. It takes a while. When I can just go right to the Ferrari manufacturer and say, "How did you make it and how is it supposed to work?" And then I say, "How come nobody else is here?" Well, most people say they want to figure it out or they want to go a different path. Well, I'm going to just go right to the source.
Okay.
That's why we got all these religions out here. Instead of people going to the source, they don't like how
What's
the source made
What
it
is
sound.
what is the source?
Jesus Christ is the source. The problem is people want to figure it out their own way. They want to have some piece of the action where they figuring something out. Nobody figured nothing out.
Is
You
Jesus
have to be
Christ?
taught.
Is Jesus Christ in the Old Testament?
Yeah.
He's in it. All
He
right.
said he was in the Old Testament. He said he met Abraham.
All right. I'm saying, how much literature do we got on this person, Jesus Christ?
A lot. There's more literature about Jesus than any other historical figure on the planet.
Okay. I'm saying, as far as in the Bible, the New Testament ain't that thick.
It don't need to be.
So I'm saying, you that's the source. That pamphlet that you call the New Testament is the source.
People barely could figure out the New Testament because they're that lazy. If it was any thicker, they really would be lost. He made it dumb. He made it. You know how you got the he made that like the book for dummies. You know, he condensed it down for people to easily understand. He didn't make it complicated.
It sounds like he work in marketing or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I'm just pointing out something that's basic. Jesus made he made life basic. It's just people want to make it complicated and figure it out on their own.
he published it. He got it marketing. He went and did the advertisement for it. That's what it sounds like. That's what you described.
No, it's like it's just like you got people who want to. I want to discover the world on my own and draw my own map. And it's like, God, like I already made the map and outlined it. All you have to do is look and thank me for it. And people say, "Nah, I want to figure it out on my own." And that's where all this other nonsense comes from. People want to figure it out on their own.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. There's more to life than that pamphlet.
And that's what there is more to life. There's all types of errors you can figure out. I'm not here to waste time figuring out all the mistakes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, give me the easy path.
Y'all whole little conversation was about on limited view, and I'm telling you, the New Testament is very small.
Yeah, but it's so dense.
You said that source is so dense. It's book, man. It's a paper.
Yeah, and if you figured out the actual truth of the matter, you'll see just how your perspective will actually be heightened. Most people reject it just because it's not comfortable to them. They would have to change. Most people don't want to change their lifestyle. They having too much fun. What they think is fun.
So there's no other source. So in this realm, there's no other source except for that pamphlet.
There's only one creator.
And it's in that the creator is in.
I'm gonna go back to the analogy I made. Ferrari said, "Here's the manual to this Ferrari," and then everybody's saying, "Yeah, but that's it. That's just one book. We got all these other books on cars." And then people want to go to all these other sources because it might be a bigger book. It got better pictures in it.
I'm not talking about books. I'm talking about in this realm, in this earth.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that Jesus said, "This is the way," and everybody wants to figure out a different way. There's a reason that book is the most selling book on the planet, and it has such historical references to it.
So the way is the book.
No, Jesus Christ is the way.
Okay, and now what does that mean?
You have to follow Jesus Christ. You got to believe in actually who Jesus Christ was. He was actually.
Where are we going? My bad. I'm sorry.
What do you mean we?
I'm following Jesus Christ. Where are we going?
You saying where we going? I mean, if you actually believed in Jesus Christ and followed him, you would be doing what he's doing, teaching people. You know, if there's eternal life and a way for people to live forever and never die, you will be sharing that news.
But the flesh is gonna die.
Just the flesh. It's just like if there's an engine that runs forever.
Okay, but look,
the car can crash, but the engine is still good.
I didn't need Jesus Christ for that. That's the message. The flesh is gonna die, and the spirit gonna live on.
You want to know why you do?
Why? Please tell
me. Because Jesus Christ said he's able to destroy that spirit of yours.
What spirit? Why would he? Why
Yeah.
would he want to destroy my spirit? That don't sound good.
It don't sound good to punish evil.
My spirit is evil.
Your actions, your spirit is you.
No, the flesh is
You-
evil. The
No,
flesh is evil.
you
My
you
spirit.
tell your body what to do. Do you tell your body what to do?
So the spirit will die.
It can die because the person that created it can destroy it.
It don't go to hell and burn forever.
No, who said that?
It dies.
It can die. There's two deaths. The first death is the body. The second death is your spirit.
All right, you got man. Okay, we gonna have to come back for this, man.
You never read that? There's a
Nah.
second death. You can Google it right now and put it on the page. Google, type in Bible second death, and you'll see it pop up.
Nah, we ain't got time, man.
Jesus warned about that.
We ain't got time.
I'm surprised you never heard that though.
Nah. But we gonna get up out of here, man. We went on for an hour. My
All
guy,
right.
Mr. Info Philly, man. Y'all check him out, man.
All right, I'll holler at you.
All right, bro. Peace.